Tonight on Quinnipiac Live. In today's competitive job market, a graduate degree is often the key to your success. We'll show you how Quinnipiac's accelerated dual degree programs are designed to give you a competitive edge, getting you out into the professional world sooner while saving time and money. Join the conversation. Quinnipiac Live starts now. Hello and welcome to Quinnipiac Live. I'm your host, Joel Vanner, and tonight we have an exciting show planned for you with a variety of guests sharing the benefits of Quinnipiac's accelerated dual degree programs. Throughout the show, we invite you to join the conversation. Submit your questions now in the comments section below to be answered live on air by our guests, as well as by students and staff in the Quinnipiac Live chat. And be sure to like this live video before the end to be entered into a drawing for a special Bobcat prize pack. One lucky winner will be selected live at the end of our show. I'm joined now by Sarah Smeriglio, McKenna Hawes, and Greg Eichhorn, the Vice President for Admissions and Financial Aid. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
So Sarah and McKenna, let's start with what programs are you currently in right now?
I am in the accelerated dual degree for health sciences and law.
And McKenna?
I'm in the accelerated dual degree program for communications, and I'm majoring in advertising and integrated communications.
So Sarah, what were your interests coming into Quinnipiac, and how did you decide on the accelerated dual degree program?
I was very interested in science and law, and I knew Quinnipiac had a very strong health science program, so I decided to look at Quinnipiac and found that they had the accelerated program, which completely saved off a year, which would help definitely financially and get my degree faster.
And pursuing both of these degrees, what do you think your career holds? What's your future career? What are your plans?
My plan is to work with a hospital dealing with physician or patient issues and just to help them.
McKenna, how did you decide on the accelerated dual degree program?
Right, so I actually originally came to Quinnipiac for the NCAA Division I women's rugby program, and then when I delved into learning more about Quinnipiac, I found the accelerated dual degree program, and it really fit what I was looking for, and that was honestly a major selling factor for coming to this school.
Don't forget, leave your questions in the comments section below so they can be answered live on air by our guests. They want to answer your questions as we move into a question from Carla. And Carla asks, how do you balance your courses and extracurricular activities? McKenna?
Well, it's a very busy schedule. However, if you keep your routine, you make sure you get your library hours in, you definitely still have that time to do both my rugby and my academics, and also the social aspect as well.
I guess a great question to hit on at this point in the show to answer this question is, what are you involved in on campus? McKenna, what are you involved in?
Well, like I said, I am a part of the rugby team. I'm also looking at a lot of other extracurricular activities outside right now. Q30 is one of them. I know that you're also a part of quite a few.
Yes, I'm in the Quinnipiac Mock Trial Association. I'm on the executive board. I was a former Ice Cat, and I really have a passion for Chinese, so I take some classes with the New Haven Chinese School.
So Sarah, how do you balance your courses and your extracurricular activities?
My extracurricular activities are an outlet for me for school when things are stressful, so it's nice to have that. And it also forces me to make time for my studies and schedule my day.
So Javier asks, what is the accelerated dual degree program? Greg, if you'd like to answer this one.
So the accelerated degree programs are offered in a number of different disciplines. We have them in business, communications, combined with our law school, as well as a social work program, programs in cooperation with the theater. And these accelerated options allow you to graduate a year early and at the same time also get your graduate degree. So it's a faster way of getting out in the job force and completing your undergraduate and graduate degrees.
And what are some of the benefits to pursuing the accelerated dual degree program?
Sure. There's both curricular, extracurricular, as well as some financial ones. Financially, the nicest perk is that your tuition and student fees are locked for the first 4 years of your program. So those, and your scholarship, should you receive one, continues on into your graduate year. So that's some of the financial ones. Along with that, also any course overloads that you take, and oftentimes I think Sarah McKinney will be forced to basically take some overloads, whether that's in the summer or January session or in a regular semester. Those course overloads are not charged, and there's no additional credit fees for those. The non-financial perks include obviously the graduation a year early, getting out in the job force. So that earning potential over the course of your lifetime is impacted to be pretty significant. Almost all the programs, you have the assistant or associate dean within that school as your academic advisor. There's living learning communities for the programs as well. So there's a host of opportunities, and some of them also have study abroad options just for the accelerated programs.
So McKenna, Greg just mentioned living learning communities. Why don't you tell us about your experience with that?
Well, yeah, the living learning community has been absolutely amazing for me, Joel. It really just got me out there right away. I've only been here for about a month and a bit now, and that gave me instant friendships because the people living with me are the same people that are in my program. So when I wake up, I get to go to the same classes with them. We'll go and get lunch after, go back to I'm in Dana Hall. And if I have any questions on homework, I can go to their room. We can go work out some questions together. And it's a really, really nice perk.
So Greg, back to you. What are the requirements for the accelerated dual degree program?
So within our accepted pool, students on the top of the profile are invited to join the programs. And the requirements include a 1200 on the SATs, the equivalent ACT score, which is a 25, and are typically ranked in the top 20% of their high school class. So those students are invited from the acceptance pool. I do encourage students, though, that might be on the borderline of that are strongly interested to write to admissions. Let us know of your interest, and we can evaluate your options and see if it's a possibility.
So Sarah, we know the perks and the requirements now that Greg just touched on, but from a student perspective, what has it been like to be in the accelerated dual degree program?
It's definitely faster paced, but it has given me the opportunity to have 2 advisors, and which has been very helpful because they have steered me in the right direction to help me do what I want to do, which is work with hospitals and also meet other students in my program.
Don't forget, leave your questions in the comments section below so they can be answered live on air by our guests as we move into a question from Petal. And Petal asks, how do you think the accelerated dual degree program is preparing you for your career? McKenna or Sarah?
For me, it's definitely helpful in the sense, I took a gap year and I went to New Zealand to play rugby for 8 months over there. And in that time, I also started an online business with my brother called KidLed, and we create campaigns for charities and organizations. So just my classes in general, I'm really able to integrate what I'm learning into my business right now. So that's how it's helping me in the future, for sure.
Sarah?
Yes, I've had a couple undergraduate courses that have definitely been inspiring for me to pursue a career in law and healthcare, so combining those such as mock trial and bioethical issues.
So now we're going to move into a little bit more about your involvements and how you got involved on campus. Sarah, why don't you tell us a little bit more about how new students can become involved?
Well, I would recommend going to the involvement fair. That I walked around, saw mock trial, went immediately to it and thought, wow, this would be a great fit for me, and became involved in that club and eventually took on an executive board position, which has been very helpful in trying to become a leader for the new freshmen coming onto the club.
McKenna?
Yeah, for me, I'm still the new first-year student, so I'm definitely still trying out all those clubs, going to those meetings, just really trying to put myself out there and see what's available here.
And as Sarah said, the involvement fair is a very popular place to go to get involved in on campus.
Definitely
for all the extracurriculars you have to experience here at Quinnipiac. And we have one last question for this segment from Javier, and Javier asks us, how do you get into the accelerated dual degree program? Greg?
So again, we select students from the application pool. So if you meet the requirements of a 1200 or higher, top 20% in your class and in the related program, so if you're interested in communications or business, those would be the obvious ones. The JD program is a unique one, so make sure on the application that you indicate pre-law. So those students are invited from that prospect. Again, I would invite or encourage students to let admissions know by email and let us know that you're interested, and we'll make sure that you get that consideration if you don't meet those thresholds automatically. If you meet the thresholds automatically, you are invited to pursue the option.
And does this invitation come after following the regular undergraduate admission process, or is it separate?
It's part of your acceptance. So in your acceptance package, if you meet that criteria, you would be invited.
Well, Greg, Sarah, and McKenna, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Quinnipiac's accelerated dual degree programs are reinventing the way a world-class education is delivered. We're preparing our students to get out into the professional world and earning sooner. To find out more on how accelerated dual degree programs can give you the competitive edge entering the job market, visit qu.edu/dual degrees. Experience the vitality of Bobcat Nation, see the beauty of our campuses, and meet with faculty, staff, and students. Visit go.qu.edu/visit to find out about upcoming open houses, group information sessions, campus tours, interviews, and more. And don't miss your opportunity to win a customized Bobcat prize pack. Make sure you like this video by the end of the live show, and we'll select one lucky winner live at the end of the show. Quinnipiac School of Law offers a variety of unique international opportunities and human rights experiences. Joining me now are Logan Reardon, Cassio KK, and Samantha Tran. Thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about the programs that you're involved in?
Yeah, so I'm in the Accelerated Dual Degree Communications program. My major is journalism, and my master's is going to be in sports journalism. So I'm in my third year currently, so I'm taking some undergraduate courses, and I'm taking one graduate course this semester to kind of start that, and so I get it all done in the 4 years.
Samantha?
So I'm in my second year of the Accelerated Dual Degree program in the business school. I'm a computer information systems major and an economics minor. Therefore, I am starting to take some of my core classes for my major.
Cassie?
I'm in the Accelerated Dual Degree program as well. I am an international business major and a management double major as well. So I'm also in my second year, so I'm finishing up my business core currently, and then I'm going to start taking upper level courses next semester.
If you're interested about the School of Law, I know I prefaced this segment with School of Law. Stay tuned at 7 p.m. on Facebook. The Quinnipiac University Facebook page will have the Quinnipiac Live all about the School of Law. But let's move into the Accelerated Dual Degree program still. Logan, we'll start with you. What accelerated dual degree program are you in? You already told us that, and why was it appealing to you?
Yeah, so I knew I was always interested in sports, and I was very interested in writing. So I mean, it kind of all just came together as one. And when you get to the graduate level, there's journalism if you're looking for more news kind of journalism, and there's also sports journalism if you want to narrow it down into that field. So that's really what I was interested in, and that's just kind of what I've done since I've gotten to Quinnipiac.
Samantha, I know you came into Quinnipiac maybe with a different career path that you started out in. How did you find the path that you're in now?
Yes, so I actually applied as a marketing major in the School of Business, and as a freshman, I took a class called Information Systems, and that class was specific to our program. So that class had students that lived in the LLC, and we're all part of this program, and my professor turned out to be my advisor, and she really helped me steer my career path towards computer information systems.
And Cassie?
The Accelerated Dual Degree program definitely was a deciding factor when attending Quinnipiac. So I originally came in as just an international business major because I like to explore different cultures, things like that. And then I ended up choosing a double major in management after taking some management courses as well. I like the fact that they offered the living learning community option, so I was able to live there with other accelerated dual degree students, and we made really good friendships, and even in our second year we still take classes together, and it's a lot of fun to be able to have them as a resource as well.
So McKenna in the previous segment talked about her experience, just a month into the LLC community. What has your experience been like in the living learning community?
It's a lot of great things that you can do within the LLC, just because the RA and the building is also a part of the accelerated dual degree program, so she was a helpful resource for us, explaining how the program worked. And they also put on a lot of activities, from the dragon boat racing on the Connecticut River to apple picking to our formal we have every year now. There's a lot of fun things that we can do to bond with each other, so it's a very tight-knit community. And we also support each other when studying for exams and other things like that, because we do all take similar classes together. So I think the living learning community definitely is something that is a driver as well when choosing the accelerated dual degree program.
So let's stay outside of the classroom and academics, and let's get into what we're involved in on campus. Logan, we'll start with you. What are you involved in, and how are you able to balance your academics and your social life?
So I'm the sports editor of the Quinnipiac Chronicle. It's a student-run weekly newspaper, and I'm also part of the Communications Honor Society, Lambda Pi Eta. So it's a lot to handle, especially when you're taking the extra coursework, but I find that there's still a lot of time. You can get it done as long as you stay dedicated and you know what to do at what moments in time, and that comes once you get here. You kind of, a couple weeks you feel it out and you know what you're doing.
Samantha?
And I'm also in the honors program, which allowed me to live in the living learning community. And so that kind of opened my doors to other majors and more friends. And I'm also on the dance company, as well as Asian Student Alliance and orientation.
Cassie?
Yeah, I like to do a lot on campus as well. I'm a part of a couple cultural clubs, such as Black Student Union and African Caribbean Student Union, which I really like to do. I'm also part of Investment Club, where I go to Game Forum every year. Game Forum is the Global Asset Management Education Forum, so it's located in New York City, and we have that every March. I also do Habitat for Humanity. I was event coordinator last year, which was really fun. So we usually go to New Haven and help rebuild houses there. I'm also a resident assistant for freshmen, and then I also work at the Office of Undergraduate Admissions as a tour guide and student ambassador.
So Cassie, tell us a little bit more about the Game Forum and your involvement with that.
Sure. So the Game Forum is really cool because it is the largest student-run finance forum in the entire world. We have students from 106 different colleges and universities, and also professors and speakers come from 56 different countries and 49 of the 50 states. So you get a cultural experience where you get to meet people from all over. You get to hear speakers talk about financial markets and other things that are very necessary when you're going into the business field. It's definitely a very unique event, and I encourage anyone, whether business major or not, to definitely pursue it.
Don't forget, leave your questions in the comment section below so they can be answered live on air by our guests, as well as by our students and staff in the Quinnipiac live chat. Let's talk about the types of study abroad or internship experiences we've had. Logan, I hear you just came back from sunny LA this past summer. Why don't you tell us about that program?
Yeah, so the Quinnipiac and Los Angeles program, you can go either semester during the school year or you can go during the summer. So I went over the summer. You start applying really as soon as you can. I started in late of the winter of this year before. So it worked out. I got an internship with the NFL Network. I went out there early June. I was out there for 10 weeks working with the NFL Network. I was writing and editing some of their online content, and yeah, just really living the Los Angeles life, which was great.
Samantha, I hear you're going to be traveling the spring semester. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that opportunity?
So with this program, we have to go on 2 study abroad trips and 2 internships, one in our undergrad and one in our grad. And I am going to study abroad in London, and so I have taken all of my business core this semester, and I'm ready to study abroad.
And Cassie?
Yes, so as Samantha had said, it is required to study abroad, so I'm going to the Dominican Republic on a Global Solidarity Program trip during spring break. So there are a lot of study abroad time options available, which is what I really love. So you can do a January term or the entire spring break, or you can do an entire semester or a summer term. So spring break just worked better for me, so that's why I'm doing that. I interned at UTC Otis Elevator Company over the summer doing human resource management. That led way for me to now intern on campus at the Central European Institute. I'm an international consulting intern. So with that program, we help companies from Hungary and Poland enter the US market.
So obviously involved in a lot on campus, have a lot of academics to balance. What types of resources are there available on campus to help you balance all this and see your way through the Quinnipiac University experience, Logan?
Right, so I actually have 3 kind of set advisors that help me. So you start off your freshman year, you have the 3+1 coordinator, or the Accelerated Dual Degree Program coordinator, who helps you out with that first semester, and then after that first semester you are assigned the head of your department. So the head of the journalism department is my main advisor, helping me with all my coursework and all that stuff and picking classes. And then recently I've been assigned a career coordinator who kind of helps me with looking for internships. She helped me land the NFL Network job, and just kind of talking to her about what's coming after Quinnipiac.
Samantha?
Both Cassie and I are in the dual degree program of the business school, and therefore that is head by the assistant dean of the business school, and so we got to meet him on our Dragon Boat experience, and so that's kind of nice to get to know a familiar face before we step foot on campus. We also have our advisor that is within our major, which also helps lead us through these 4 years.
Sounds like there's a lot of guidance to help you on your way through Quinnipiac. Logan, Samantha, and Cassie, thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you.
Quinnipiac's accelerated dual degree programs are reinventing the way a world-class education is delivered. We're preparing our students to get out into the professional world and earning sooner. To find out more on how accelerated dual degree programs can give you the competitive edge entering the job market, visit qu.edu/dual degrees. Experience the vitality of Bobcat Nation, see the beauty of our campuses, and meet with faculty, staff, and students. Visit go.qu.edu/visit to find out about upcoming open houses, group information sessions, campus tours, interviews, and more. And before we leave you, we've drawn a name from all the likes on the video, and our lucky winner of the Bobcat prize pack is Jeanette Ennis. Congratulations, Jeanette. Well, again, Logan, Samantha, and Cassie, thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you for having us.
That's all the time we have on our show this evening. I'm Joel Vanner, and we hope to see you on one of our campuses soon.